We're here in the Rosedale neighborhood of the city's north side. This is where a tree actually fell on somebody's house on Tuesday. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but one neighbor told me that they feel that it's only a matter of time before one of these city-owned trees falls and hurts someone. Wilmington Avenue on the city's north side resembles the entrance to a country estate with its gorgeous tree canopy.
We really have a love-hate relationship with our trees.
But news of an impending storm sends neighbors' hearts racing when they look up into these willow oaks.
And unfortunately for a lot of us, it's something that just weighs on the back of our mind at all times.
In the back of their minds, the unsettling thought that one of these trees could come crashing into their home like what happened Tuesday.
If instead of it being that tree, it had been this tree, it would have fallen right on my bed.
Grady Hart lives right across the street from where the tree fell on a home and says when he first bought his home 6 years ago, a tree fell on the house right next door. Just a few blocks over, we found another tree that fell on Tuesday. Hart says the placement and shape of the trees is a big problem.
The city over time has really been taking off limbs, and Dominion have been taking off limbs on the street side, and at the same time leaving them on the side that hangs over the houses. And then when you add to that on the street side, of course, there's no room for the root systems to grow out. And so anytime that we see one of these trees fall, you'll notice the roots on the street side are almost non-existent. It feels like every time a storm comes through, the city has really just decided to play Russian roulette with our safety.
Therein lies the central issue for Hart and his neighbors. These trees belong to the city.
Owner property is on this side, and then everything over from the sidewalk over is city property. We're not allowed to take them down. We're not allowed to take limbs down.
They just don't seem like they fit in this tiny little narrow slot where you have road on one side.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. Most of these houses were built in the 1950s, and so these were planted right about that time.
Hart says he and other neighbors contact the city frequently about the problematic trees with little success. We found several reports on the city's 311 site from neighbors reporting fears about trees here, including dead limbs.
Unfortunately, what we keep being told is that they don't have the finances for it. Now, I'm realistic. I know that these 70-plus-year-old trees are not cheap to take down. They're not cheap even to evaluate. But we need the city to start taking this seriously before someone is injured or killed.
We reached out to the city for a response to the neighborhood's concerns. A spokesperson told us they would have a response to us by the end of the day. So once we have that, we will add it to the story. In Richmond, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.